This whole debate is becoming very interesting. And it takes me back to what happened a few weeks ago in the United States of America. It was Joe Biden who actually called for a debate. He openly, and for weeks, he was very consistent at it, said that former President Trump should make my day, pal. That's how he used to put it. Come for a debate. Come, let's debate. Poor Joe Biden. He didn't know that will end his career. His illustrious, over 40-year, distinguished career ended that night. He had such a drubbing. Midway through the debate, his aides, they wanted to end the debate. Top advisors, look, they even started putting out statements that, we should have told you he had a cold, he's not been well, his doctors had even advised that he should take it easy and all of that. It didn't work. And he's been downhill since, until last Sunday when he threw in the towel. So, we've seen this before. It's not the case that when you call for the debate, then it means that you are going to win the debate, or that you have some superior debating prowess that people are scared of. President Mahama, the former president and the incoming president, is one who is known on the debate floor. Indeed, until his arrival on the scene as president, there had been a long-standing tradition where presidents, incumbents, stay away from debates since 1992. It is former President Mahama who in 2012 said that even though I am the president, I'm incumbent, and we have this long-standing tradition, I would debate then opposition leader Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And all the analysis, all the experts, all the appraisals from experts who watched the debate said he did a great job and that he won the debate. That's what all the analysis pointed to. So the former president has debated as opposition leader, he's debated as president, even when in our history presidents have felt that, look, we really are not going to descend lower level and debate opposition elements. He said that no, he will depart from that culture and he will have a debate. Indeed, if you recall, in 2016 and 2020, we called for a debate and we were rebuffed. They said they were not going to debate us. Mahmoud Bawumia himself refused to debate us. So what has changed? What has changed? That suddenly the people who refused every opportunity to have a debate with former President Mahama, is it because of the nature of this campaign, how nobody is listening to them, they've become the butt of all jokes, you're being ridiculed all over the place? I mean, everywhere he goes, I mean, the statements he makes, the promises, it's been such a huge joke. The latest one is this 1 CD, 2 CD, per month for mobile phones. The youth, the Gen Z are having such a frenzy on social media. They say that you need at least 125 years to live to be able to pay for Bawumia's mobile phones.
Are they not taking that a little bit too literally? Yeah, was it not an example that he was giving?
Nobody put a gun to his head to say 1 CD, 2 CD. That's what he said. He could have mentioned any amount in the world. From 1 CD to 10,000. He decided to say 1 CD, 2 CD, and the youth are just. So why do you want to go and debate this? So there are many strategists and advisors within the NDC who say that, look, be careful. This man wants to use you to show up his, sunken image, his declining credibility on the political stage.
Can I ask about that?
And that you shouldn't go associate with him.
Forgive me, can I ask about that? Those who are giving this advice, why do they feel that a debate between Dr. Bawumia and John Mahama would shore up Dr. Bawumia? I mean, do they anticipate that he would win?
No, they really think that it gives him a platform that he doesn't deserve, because this is a man who has avoided the media.
A platform for what? For John Mahama to beat him?
The whole opportunity and all the attention, you know, the eyeballs and all of that, especially when he has refused to be accountable. So you notice that many people have said that, look, go have a media press first. At least President Mahama consistently has held media engagements. He invites all. We are not talking about you are on a campaign trail and you go into a station and you have a pre-discussion, you have exchanged questions, they've shared synopsis with you, and you go to friendly media houses to have an interaction. That's not what we are talking about. A full-blown media engagement, open to all kinds of journalists from all sides, regardless of ideological idiosyncrasies and all of that. Subject yourself to that. He's refused. So there are many people who don't think that. Many people within the NDC. I mean, the former president, let me be honest, the former president himself has not told us his preference, whether he wants to do it or not. But his key advisors, national executives, you know, very prominent elements within the NDC who think that, look, don't go and give the vice president that opportunity.
That's what I find interesting. I mean, so this suggestion that he should do a meet the press, I mean, I would love to, you know, attend such an event. But why must it be a condition upon which a debate is based? Why why must that happen before a debate can be had between the two?
You know, so you see, many Ghanaians have been totally outraged at the lack of accountability. This is the only era. And I'm glad Nana Komia is here. He used to be information minister under President Kufuor. President Kufuor would do a meet the press. He even went beyond media, invited the general public, as many who can come, to come file questions directly. I mean, that is accountable leadership. Professor Mills, every 7th January, will invite journalists to the castle at the time, I recall. Will meet the press. President Mahama did same at the Flagstaff House. After 2 or 3 outings, President Akufo-Addo has totally shut the door to the media. His vice president is learning from him. He's the only person to have run a whole flag bearer campaign without any meet the press. And his flag bearer now refusing to meet the press. So people are asking legitimate questions.
Which is fair, but why must that stand in the way of a debate?
I mean, people are sharing their views on the matter. I mean, even him, why is he trying to even narrow the debate? Why does he think that the debate should be only on the economy? Because if you've heard him, he is calling for a debate on the economy. Why is he asking for a debate on his terms? And you see the approach. There ought to be respect, mutual respect. You know, where you go out there and say that, oh, I dare him, I challenge him, he can't debate because he's empty. Ab initio, the surest way to have your opponent, you know, avoid you and treat your request with contempt is when you are so condescending, you are so belligerent, you know, in your approach. I mean,
so you are falling into his trap.
Should that have been the approach, you know, and saying that you are empty, so you know you can't debate me, you are running away and all taunting and being very, very rude, you know, to put it bluntly. So that whole patapa approach has also not helped. But as I have indicated, we haven't heard from the former president himself. Recently, there was an IEA statement, which again was very disrespectful to the former president's office. They had not engaged them. All over the world, if you want to put out a debate schedule, you send a team, you have discussions with the presidential candidates, with their teams, their aides. The IEA didn't do that and just put out a schedule. So the whole let's have a debate discussion has not been done properly. It's been, situated within, if you like, an approach that says that let's taunt, let's even in that request, let's not be civil and respectful about it. Let's undermine him. Let's insult him. And certainly, your opponents are not going to honor that kind of invitation.
Okay. Yeah, just before I bring in, and this is the very last thing I want to run by you in 30 seconds. You asked a question. You said, look, in the past, Dr. Bawumia actually refused to debate former president at the time, John Mahama. What has changed?
Yes.
Let me ask you the same question. Former President Mahama wanted a debate.
Yes.
What has changed?
I think it's largely the approach. As I said, we haven't heard from former President Mahama himself. And knowing him, I won't be surprised if, he says, look, bring it on. But the people around him and within the NDC, and even Ghanaians generally, I've seen videos of market women say, no, President Mahama, don't do it. He should rather come and debate us in Parliament. You've heard the minority leader, ranking member say, no, rather come and debate us. So there are many people who are saying that no. And if you're a leader of a party, you need to listen to your people. So I really think that it is the patapa approach and the very condescending nature in which this whole request has been put forward. That is really what has stifled progress on this debating matter.
Okay. Nana, the call for Dr. Bawumia to actually do a meet the press, I've got to say, because I'm the press, it excites me. I would be very interested in such an event. Why not?
Kojo, let me also wish our audience a good Thursday morning, and my good friend Sami. You have to forgive my voice, like I said to you earlier. Recovering from a nasal situation, to put it nicely. I really don't want to join this conversation because the banter between you and Sami Okudzeto clearly shows that there's no need for me to join. There is a deep sense of panic within the NDC at the possibility of a debate among the presidential aspirants. And mind you, normally the debate is not just between the NPP candidate and the NDC candidate. Usually it's among all the presidential candidates. The sense of panic within the NDC is shocking, to say the least. And from your own questioning of Sami Okudzeto shows that you yourself, you are totally baffled at the attitude of the NDC. This deep, deep sense of panic. And Sami Okudzeto has reinforced that sense of panic within the NDC at the prospect of a debate among the presidential candidates. And it is striking. In every discerning Ghanaian, we have to take notice that somebody or a group who are asking for the mandate of the Ghanaian to govern, and they, in the process of asking for the mandate, they are telling Ghanaians that they have the best solutions and their opponents do not have what it takes. And yet, they will not want to meet their opponents at a single platform for everybody to test their ideas against each other's ideas. So Ghanaians will benefit. And that was your first sentiment, that we all know how the electorate will benefit from the people who are asking for the mandate to be at a single platform. That you are going on your own platforms, talking about yourself and talking against your opponents, which is fine. You still have that option. You will still go around and talk to your people and talk about yourself and damn your opponents. It's fine. But the electorate will not benefit as much as if all of you are together. So that whatever you say against your opponent and whatever conviction that you have will be tested, so Ghanaians can have the benefit of it. And this is common sense, and it's been a feature of our presidential elections, for the longest while. So the sense of panic within the NDC now is difficult to understand. Look,
is that the same sense of panic that led Dr. Bawumia in opposition to avoid debating former President Mahama?
Well, Kojo, this is the first time Dr. Bawumia is a flag bearer. I don't think Bawumia was a flag bearer in 2012 or 2016 or 2020. Bawumia is a flag bearer in 2024. Now, a debate is not by force if you don't want it, even though all of us will agree to the benefits to the electorate. It is not by force. But if you don't want it...
So why didn't you want it back then?
Which time?
When Dr. Bawumia, said that the former president should go and debate, market women. It's pretty much the same thing that is being said.
In which year?
2016.
Okay. I haven't heard that. But
we have tapes.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Kojo, I don't have a problem. Let me agree, even though I haven't heard it, that Bawumia said so. There was no panic. What if Bawumia said so? What it means is that I didn't think it was necessary. But when you listen, and if the NDC come out to say, look, we don't think it's necessary, and move on.
But they have said that.
Oh, they haven't said just that. Let me show you. Kojo, since this call came, they have said the IEA, the Institute of Economic Affairs, which traditionally have organized this presidential debate, they've come under attack from the NDC. And the NDC has actually accused the IEA of pandering to the whims of the NPP. How does a call for a debate and a signal of the readiness to organize that debate by the institution which has traditionally organized this debate way back, how does a same call this year amount to pandering to the whims of the NPP?
But they put out a schedule.
They
put out a schedule, didn't
yes.
they? The NPP has not objected to that schedule.
We haven't reacted to it.
Which suggests that you're okay with it.
And I'm saying we haven't reacted to it. It is now that the IEA will sit down with the parties to get everybody on.
Does that seem the right way to do things, even logistically? You put out a timetable when you haven't checked with.
The past?
They didn't talk to anybody before putting out a schedule in the past?
But even if they have departed from the past, how does that amount to pandering to the whims of the NPP?
Maybe it's just
that doesn't make sense.
Maybe the suggestion,
now,
the fact that the NPP hasn't responded with the same, disagreement to being committed to something without being consulted, is suggesting
merely
that the NPP is okay with it.
Announcing a readiness and a proposed schedule. That's not committing anybody. They are now going to meet with the presidential candidates to ensure a consensus. This is the proposal. Are the dates okay? Where are the venues? Who would you like to be the moderators? All of this will be decided with the political parties. What they've done is a proposal. And I'm saying that, as far as I know, this has been the regular way that they do it. Even if they have departed, how does that amount to pandering to the whims of the NPP? Then, beyond the attack of the IEA, they say, oh, Bawumia, if he wants a debate, he should go and debate market women. Then they say, oh, Bawumia, if you want the debate, we have members of parliament. And they've named like 7 of them. Go and organize a debate with these 7 members of parliament and debate them. And then they've even had videos. And one video I saw last night, they had my good friend Kennedy Ajapon And now it's a debate between Kennedy Agyapong and Bawumia. And they said that really is the debate. And they've played back sentiments expressed by Kennedy Agyapong during the NPP primaries, forgetting that Kennedy Agyapong is a key figure in the NPP Bawumia campaign as we speak. Then you listen to Sami Okudzeto this morning. He gives the impression that, actually, a debate would expose Bawumia. It would totally expose his weakness. And he gives us the example of President Biden, of how he called for a debate. And that debate ended the career of Biden. Now, as we speak, you want to end the career of Bawumia. You want to defeat him. So if a debate is surely going to end the career of Dr. Bawumia, I thought you would be the first to jump for it, to do him in quickly. But we have been told that Bawumia is going to be, totally exposed, as Biden has been exposed. That's what we've been told this morning. Yet they won't do the debate. Now, they say, in answer to your question, they were also been told by Sami Okudzeto that Bawumia hasn't shown accountability. Now, if he hasn't shown accountability, the debate would expose him, because the debate would allow you to force him to account. Then we've been told that, Bawumia, by the same good friend Sami Okudzeto this morning, Bawumia has not met the media, so we can't debate him. And you kept asking him, but how is that a condition? I mean, the election is going to be in December, another 4 or 5 months away. And Bawumia's schedule includes meetings with the media as we go forward. But how does a presidential debate preclude a meeting or a press conference with the media? How does it preclude? So if you have a debate, it means that Bawumia is not going to meet the media. So he has to go and meet the media first. And you were totally baffled at these sentiments that were being expressed. Then we have been told, further to your own questions, that another reason is that Bawumia hasn't been respectful. He hasn't respected John Mahama. That his call for a debate has been done in a manner that, let me look at some of the words they use. They said, Sami Okudzeto said he's been belligerent. He has been rude. He has shown patapa. Somebody merely calling for a debate.
Is that not fair comment when Dr. Bawumia has said things like former President Mahama is empty?
And what has President Mahama not said about Bawumia? Do you want me to repeat what some of the things President Mahama says about Dr. Bawumia?
But would you be surprised if...
So I'm saying, if the man has called you empty, a debate is a chance to show him up, isn't it? Can you understand what is going on? Except to conclude that there is absolute panic within the NDC. You look at the reasons they've given, attacking the IEA, setting so many preconditions. Now we've had new conditions. They say Bawumia is rude, he's not polite, he's belligerent, he's shown patapa, he hasn't met the press. And at the same time, we are being told that the debate would expose Bawumia and end his political career. It's a difficult matter. My conclusion is that the electorate should take notice that a major political party, a major presidential candidate representing the party, who's asking for their mandate and who's making claims for himself and against his opponents, is not prepared to be put on a platform where those claims can be tested and where he can be held accountable for those claims. The electorate should just take note. But clearly, there's panic.